a WikiVidi Documentaries production. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy. Emilio Estevez. Emilio Estevez is an American actor, director, and writer. He started his career as an actor and is well known for being a member of the acting Brat Pack of the 1980s, starring in The Breakfast Club, St. Elmo's Fire, and acting in the 1983 hit movie The Outsiders. He is also known for Repo Man, The Mighty Ducks and its sequels, Stakeout, Maximum Overdrive, Bobby, and his performances in Western films such as Young Guns and its sequel. Early life. Estevez was born on Staten Island, the oldest child of artist Janet Sheen and actor Martin Sheen. His siblings are Ramon Estevez, Charlie Sheen, and Renee Estevez. Estevez's paternal grandparents were Irish and Galician immigrants. His father is a devout Catholic, and his mother is a strict Southern Baptist. Estevez initially attended school in the New York public school system, but transferred to a prestigious private academy once his father's career took off. He lived on Manhattan's Upper West Side until his family moved west in 1968, when his father was cast in Catch-22. Growing up in Malibu, California, Estevez attended Santa Monica High School. When Estevez was 11 years old, his father bought the family a portable movie camera. Estevez, his brother Charlie, and their high school friends, Sean Penn, Chris Penn, Chad Lowe, and Rob Lowe used the camera to make short films, which Estevez would often write. Estevez also appeared in Meet Mr. Bomb, a short anti-nuclear power film produced at his high school. Emilio was 14 when he accompanied his father to the Philippines, where Sheen was shooting Apocalypse Now. Estevez had a role as an extra in Apocalypse Now, but his scenes were deleted. When they returned to Los Angeles, Estevez co-wrote and starred in a high school play about Vietnam veterans called Echoes of an Era and invited his parents to watch it. Sheen recalls being astonished by his son's performance, and began to realize, "My God, he's one of us." After graduating from Santa Monica High in 1980, he refused to go to college and instead went into acting. Unlike his brother Charlie, Emilio and his other siblings did not adopt their father's stage name. Emilio reportedly liked the assonance of the W initials, and didn't want to ride into the business as Martin Sheen's son. Upon his brothers using his birth name Carlos Estevez for the film Machete Kills, Emilio mentioned that he was proud of his Hispanic heritage and was glad that he never adopted a stage name, taking advice from his father who had regrets adopting the name Martin Sheen as opposed to using his birth name Ramon Estevez. Career. His first role was in a drama produced by the Catholic Paulist Order. Soon after, he made his stage debut with his father in Mr. Roberts at Burt Reynolds Dinner Theatre in Jupiter, Florida. Later, father and son worked together in the 1982 ABC TV film about juveniles in jail, In the Custody of Strangers, in which Estevez did the casting. Brat Pack years. Estevez received much attention during the 1980s for being a member of the Brat Pack and was credited as the leader of the group of young actors. Estevez and Rob Lowe established the Brat Pack when cast as supporting greasers in an early Brat Pack movie, The Outsiders, based on the novel. Lowe was cast as C. Thomas Howell's older brother Soda Pop and Estevez as the drunken Two-Bit Matthews. During production, he approached his character as a laid-back guy and thought up Two-Bit's interest in Mickey Mouse, shown by his uniform of Mickey Mouse t-shirts and watching of cartoons. Besides his roles in the Custody of Strangers and The Outsiders, his credits include NBC TV's thrillers Nightmares and Tex, the 1982 film version of another S.E. Hinton story. He bought the movie rights to a third Hinton book, that was then This Is Now, and wrote the screenplay. His father predicted he would have to direct to feel the full extent of his talents, describing him as an officer, not a soldier. After The Outsiders, Estevez appeared as the punk rocker turned car repossessor Otto Maddox in the cult film Repo Man before co-starring in The Breakfast Club and St. Elmo's Fire. Following the success of these back-to-back Brat Pack films, he starred in That Was Then, This Is Now, the horror film Maximum Overdrive, and the crime drama Wisdom. Estevez was originally cast in Platoon to be Private Chris Taylor, but was forced to drop out after production was delayed for 2 years. The role eventually went to his younger brother Charlie Sheen. He went on to lead roles in the comedy/action film Stakeout and the westerns Young Guns and Young Guns 2. 1990–present. In the early 1990s, Estevez directed, wrote, and starred with his brother Charlie in a comedy about garbagemen, Men at Work. Estevez later stated, "People come up to me on the street and say, 'Men at Work is the funniest movie I ever saw in my life.' But, you know, I do have to question how many movies these people have seen." In 1992, he found the career longevity that escaped other Brat Packers by starring in The Mighty Ducks as Coach Gordon Bombay, a lawyer and former Pee Wee star and minor hockey prodigy looking to forget the past, forced into coaching a Pee Wee hockey team as a form of community service. The film turned out to be one of Disney's most successful franchises. It was followed by 2 sequels. The following year Estevez starred in 3 films: the dark thriller Judgment Night, the spoof comedy Loaded Weapon 1, and comedy/action film Another Stakeout, which was the sequel to his earlier film Stakeout. Estevez has acted alongside his father several times. He starred in the 1996 The War at Home, in which he played a Vietnam War veteran dealing with post-traumatic stress disorder, while Sheen played his unsympathetic father. He guest-starred in 1 episode of the TV series The West Wing as a younger version of his father's character. Estevez appeared in an uncredited role in the feature film Mission: Impossible. From 1998 to 1999, he appeared in 3 television films: the spaghetti western Dollar for the Dead, the comedy Late Last Night, and Rated X, which he directed. In 2000, Estevez starred in the Moxie award-winning thriller Sand as part of an ensemble cast that also included Denis Leary, John Lovitz, Harry Dean Stanton, and Julie Delpy. In 2003, he made his voice acting debut when he helped create the English-dubbed version of The 3 Wise Men with his father. Later, Estevez starred in the LA Riot Spectacular and voiced the English version of the film Arthur and the Invisibles. In 2008, he guest-starred on his brother's sitcom 2.5 Men as an old friend of Charlie Sheen's character. In an interview a month after the 2010 Oscar tribute to John Hughes, he explained his absence as publicity shyness. "I've never been a guy that went out there to get publicity on myself. I never saw the value in it." In 2017, his appearance in films was found to generate the highest return on investment on average of all Hollywood actors. Directing career. Aside from acting, Estevez has also directed television shows and motion pictures. He made his directorial debut with the 1986 film Wisdom, which made Emilio the youngest person to ever write, direct, and star in a single major motion picture. Most recently, he has directed episodes of the television series Cold Case, Close to Home, The Guardian, CSI, NY and Numbers. The films he has directed include Men at Work and The War at Home. He directed the 2006 film Bobby, which took over 6 years to write. Producing the film nearly bankrupted him as the domestic box office gross was not able to cover production costs. The movie scored him some fans outside of the USA, mainly in Europe. He won a Hollywood Film Award and received a 7-minute standing ovation at the Venice Film Festival. Under Estevez Sheen Productions, a Warner Brothers affiliated company, Emilio filmed his latest project, The Way, in Spain, where he directed his father in a story about a man who decides to make the Camino de Santiago after the death of his son in the French Pyrenees. It was released in the United States on October 7, 2011. Music videos. Estevez appeared in John Parr's St. Elmo's Fire music video, from the soundtrack of his film with the same name, where he played Kirby Kegger. The music video featured all 7 of the main cast members of the film, looking sadly through the foggy windows of a rundown and fire-damaged version of the St. Elmo's bar set. Estevez is a close friend of Jon Bon Jovi. He appeared in Bon Jovi's music video, Blaze of Glory, as Billy the Kid. In turn, Bon Jovi made a cameo appearance in Young Guns 2. Blaze of Glory was in the Young Guns 2 soundtrack and was nominated for an Academy Award. In 2000, Estevez made an appearance in another Bon Jovi video, Say It Isn't So, along with Matt LeBlanc, Claudia Schiffer, and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Family and relationships. Esteva's father Martin Sheen is of half Irish and half Spanish descent, from the Galician region. Sheen is a Roman Catholic, and Emilio's mother was raised a Southern Baptist, and Emilio has stated that his own religion is a work in progress. He revealed on his official Twitter that he is a supporter of South East London football club Millwall FC. He was in a relationship with Carey Sally, a Wilhelmina model, until they broke up in 1986. They have a son, Taylor Levi Esteves, and a daughter, Paloma Esteves. On April 29, 1992, Esteves married singer-choreographer Paula Abdul. They divorced in May 1994, with Abdul later stating that she wanted children, and Esteves, who already had 2 children, did not. He was briefly engaged to actress Demi Moore and they remain good friends. The two starred as a feuding married couple in the 2006 movie Bobby, alongside Moore's real-life husband at the time, actor Ashton Kutcher. Brought to you by Wikivideo Documentaries. Would you like to know more?